Hi.
Hi. I like your tie. Did your wife buy it for you?
No, my boyfriend did. Did you not know I am gay?
Sorry, I did not know that. Usually I buy ties for my husband.
I am sure you do. I wish my husband would buy ties for me.
Why do you want to marry your boyfriend?
Because this is how we would express our love and attraction to each other. Do you have any problem with that?
Yes.
What is your problem with same-sex marriage?
There's no such thing as same-sex marriage. It is an oxymoron. The combination of two contradictory terms.
Are you kidding me? What do you mean?
In principle, marriage is about procreation. The reason early civilizations created this institution is to regulate the obligation and responsibility of parents to produce and raise their children.
So what about infertile couples? What about old couples who are over the childbearing age? What about healthy young couples that choose not to have children? Shouldn't they be allowed to get married either?
All heterosexual couples who do not have children are incidentally not having children. This does not change the fact that marriage in principle is about procreation. These couples are in special circumstances that prevents them from having children. But if these special circumstances like old age, infertility or unwillingness did not exist, they would be able to produce children.
Then we can just assume that if one of the gay men was a woman, they would make children. Also, gay couples can adopt children.
Being a woman is not a special circumstance of being a man, while being infertile is a special circumstance of being fertile. Special features of a particular entity do not change the definition of the entity. My point is heterosexual relationships in principle are able to produce children, while homosexual relationships in principle are not. Gay couples who adopt children are incidentally having children, while their relationships in principle are unable to produce them.
How do you know that the original purpose of marriage is about procreation? Do you have any proof of that?
Let me ask you back. Do you agree with the fact that religion was created by ancient civilizations because people with very limited knowledge could not explain natural phenomena around them?
Yes.
Show me a proof.
I don't have any. Religion was invented way before writing. So obviously I can't show you a document about the original purpose of religion.
Exactly. Same with marriage. It is also older than literacy, so the only way to prove its original purpose is to go back in time and study the earliest civilizations for millennia.
I am still not convinced. Maybe the purpose of marriage was just physical attraction and the expression of love.
In ancient Athens, homosexuality was very well accepted and even encouraged by Plato, for example. And even they did not recognize gay marriage. If marriage is only about love, why did the extremely gay-friendly Greeks not recognize it? Because even they realized that marriage is about procreation, therefore it is unnecessary for gay couples.
I heard that gay couples were allowed to marry in ancient Greece and Rome.
They had unions often in the form of temporary pederasty which coexisted with actual marriages. But these unions and any other forms of same-sex relationships were not recognized by the state in ancient Greece or Rome as lifelong heterosexual marriages were. They did not even have a ceremony.
Okay, I get it. So let's say that the original definition of marriage has to do with procreation. Then why can't we just redefine it?
Because we can't just abandon thousands of years old institutions that are dear to so many people simply because some homosexuals are whining. Especially if it serves absolutely no purpose.
Slavery was also a thousands of years old institution. We should not have abandoned that either.
The abolition of slavery served a purpose. An economy that is based on free and self-motivated individuals who engage in economic activity under strong property rights, fair play and intense competition, is much stronger than any slave-holding economy. What purpose does gay marriage serve? Why can't gay couples express their love in civil unions?
Marriage comes with a lot of financial benefits. Also, not letting gays to marry is a discrimination.
No. Discrimination only exists if you exclude a group of people from other groups they would otherwise be entitled to belong to. But considering that marriage in principle is a heterosexual institution as only heterosexual relationships are able to produce children, gays have never been, and they are still not entitled to the right to marry. Also, you should advocate for the extension of economic benefits of civil unions. I would support that.
But same-sex marriage is now legally recognized in 6 U.S. states and in many Western European countries.
Just because courts rule something, that does not become the eternal truth. If a state court said that slavery is legal, would you still refer to the law? Marriage is not illegal but a social and cultural institution. It is just put into a legal framework only to legally regulate the economic and financial connotations of marriage. Courts cannot change the definition and the original purpose of a thousands of years old institution.
I don't care about all this crap. I stood for equality and anti-discrimination for my entire life, and I will keep fighting until gay marriage is federally recognized.
You have right to do that. However, if you believe in reason and logic, you cannot support gay marriage. If you still do, then you are not different than a religious hate-monger you greatly detest, because both of you are using irrational arguments from different sides.